The symptom is we've got... Hey everyone, I was tuning this Boston grand piano and I noticed a problem that it has perpetually. This is at a university. And this problem, if you have a Boston grand piano, it's very likely that you've experienced the same thing. I want to show you how to fix it. The symptom is we've got... If you can hear that click, now we're going to fix that. I guess I should show you how to get into the inside. You're going to unscrew this Mickey Mouse screw. And then the other side. And that just loosens the cheek block here. You can also take the fall board here with the Boston name off first. I can't do that with two hands, so with one hand I mean, so just one, bear with me. Just lift that straight up and out with both hands and it'll come right out of these grooves. There's a pin that sits right in those grooves. Okay, so we're gonna lift the cheek blocks out carefully. Set them aside. I always like to set the non-finished side down so we don't damage the finish. Then this rail, it's called the key slip. You just have to lift it up and out of the way. Again, I need two hands. So that's up and out of the way. Actions here. You want to grab here. You don't want to hit the key down. And here, you don't want to hit the key down as you're pulling out or you're going to break a hammer. So we're going to rock that back and forth. Normally I would do this with two hands. It'd be a lot easier, but it's not that scary. And then lift up slightly and out a little bit more and then down. And then you can grab here and then here with your other hand and lift the action out onto the floor. Okay, the action's out on the floor. Here's the issue. This is the sostenuto blade. When I hit the middle pedal, okay, you're gonna see that blade move up and down, okay? This part here is what lifts the damper. Okay, you can see my hand down there. Then you have in the back here behind, you have this red right here, that's felt, and on this wood piece with this screw, and it attaches, that rail goes all the way across. Okay. That adjustment of that rail is what the problem is. And I think it's because they put all these washers and so forth. But what happens is the damper's allowed to come up too high and hit this sostenuto blade, okay? So we need to unscrew, loosen these, not all the way, just enough. There's about 4 or 5 screws, in this case 4. And we need to loosen each screw and readjust that, okay, so that these dampers won't be able to hit. I'm gonna get my screwdriver. So while I'm doing this, let me say I was asked to travel 4 hours away from my home to tune a piano, and they also had a complaint, and this was their main complaint, that they had this clicking, and they said no other tuner's been able to solve it for us. And then I come in, notice it right away, and it takes, what, 5-10 minutes to do this? If you're slow, maybe 10 minutes. And I was the hero. That was the easiest, probably, heroism I've ever accomplished. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to push the damper pedal all the way down, and pretty firmly I'm going to hold it. Okay, what that does is it raises this tray, okay? Now I'm just gonna retighten those screws. And there are some, particulars that technicians might do, but this will get rid of your click for you and it'll be just fine. It'll work just fine. Now notice, I've tightened this, and so this felt stops this. This rail is called the upstop, the damper upstop rail for obvious reasons. It's the upstop for these damper underlever parts. Now they can't get anywhere near the hitting the blade, okay? So then just tighten all 4 screws with the pedal down Takes a little bit of a stretch maybe on your part or two people. Just tighten it, righty-tighty. Okay. And again, you can check. It's not going to get anywhere near hitting that rail. Okay. That's all that needs to happen. Now, could these get loose again? Yes. Could you do something about it permanently? I mean, yeah, you could stick a tack in there or something, but if you want to do that for your own piano, that's fine. In this case, we just adjust it as needed every couple of years or whatever the case might be. And it doesn't take that long. It's just like, I mean, tightening screws from time to time is part of regular maintenance on a piano, honestly, just because of humidity changes. There. Can't hit the blade anywhere. So now when we hit really hard, we're not going to get that click on there. We'll demonstrate that here. To put the action back in, you're going to want to carefully set the back down on the wood here. And if you look underneath, we don't want to hit these bolts. We don't want to hit them on the finish. So we're going to raise the action just a little bit as we're pushing past that point. And you can see that bolt there, it glides past, and then you can set it down. And you have to set it down before these guys get close to hitting your finish here, okay? But it'll work out, you got plenty of room. Then just push it in. There's a spring on the right, so it's a little bit more stubborn. You gotta push a little more there. Again, I would do this with two hands normally, but you're fine. Once you're in, going in isn't as dangerous as putting out. But again, just don't depress any keys with any part of your body or children while you're pulling it in and out, and you should be fine. Okay, so here's the click or the absence thereof. So that's a piece of cake. I hope this helps lots of people with Boston grand piano. Thanks for watching.